Well, our favorite magician never ceases to amaze us, and he's back with a few new tricks. So Cody's standing by with a little mini magic show.
That's right. The great Roman Spinale. Or is it just Roman Spinale? Are you going to go with the great?
Well, you know, I think when I'm with the great Cody Stark, it's only appropriate that I also be the great Roman Spinale.
Exactly. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the great Roman Spinale, and this is your actual living room that you're zooming from right here. Yes,
this is. That is correct. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I figured out why you're single. Okay, the Roman.
Wow.
Kidding. Roman.
Show's over. I'm out.
You said you've come up with a special thing just for us.
Yes, I have. Because I've been thinking a lot about what's going on right now with the pandemic, and everyone's freaking out, and everyone's distant. And but before we get into that, Cody, I wanted to ask you, really importantly, I want to ask you how you're feeling. But rather than just you verbally telling me where so much information can be lost, I thought it might be useful if you could show me how you were feeling. And I found this excellent sort of mood test online, which I feel is really excellent. I think it rivals anything psychology currently has to offer. Okay. It is a chart of Don Knotts' facial expression. Yeah, and there you can see they're conveniently numbered, and I think this really illustrates every possible human emotion one can conjure.
Absolutely.
So I was going to ask you, Cody, based on this 1 through 9, which one of these are you feeling at the moment?
I'm a number 3 right now.
Number 3. Number 3. Oh, I've been there myself. Well, good. Well, I appreciate your honesty, and because I feel actually more of a connection with you now that I know how you're feeling. And I think that's only going to help more with what we're about to do.
Okay.
Which is another thing I've been thinking about, which is what people are doing during the pandemic. People are getting very bored. We've watched everything there is to see on Netflix. Really, I mean, we've all enjoyed season 2 of Cobra Kai. It was fantastic, yes, but we've depleted the resource. There's nothing left to watch on the interwebs, which is why I think at this point a lot of people are reverting out of desperation to books as their sort of last source of entertainment. Which I think is great. I love books. I know you're actually working on a book yourself, a novel.
Yes, sir. Yes.
And I'm sure you're reading a lot as well as I've been. And I love books. And by the way, for this next part, we should point out you and I didn't prearrange anything. The only thing I did ask you to do was to take a book from your personal library and bring it to the studio. Have you done that?
I have done that. I brought my Douglas Adams' Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. My favorite book.
One.
Awesome. A classic. Excellent choice. So what we're about to do now is all of us collectively, we're about to take a little journey together through your book, which sounds weird, but I think it'll make sense in just a moment. And like most journeys, the destination doesn't really matter. The destination is just going to be a single word, but it's the choices we make to get to the word. That's what's going to make it so interesting. So Cody, you're going to be like our navigator.
Okay.
And I would like you to just flip through the book. Tell me about how many pages are in that book.
I can tell you.
Just a rough estimation.
About 809.
That's a lot of pages, 809. Okay, great. So what I'd like you to do is, Cody, you hang on to the book, and Courtney.
Yes.
I have a question for you.
Okay.
Do me a favor. Could you just name any? Actually, we're gonna go with Cody. Actually, I think we're gonna start with Cody. Cody, name any page in the book.
Page 57.
57. Okay,
Yeah.
Great. Do me a favor, flip to page 57. And now, Courtney, this is where you come in.
Okay.
On any given page, there are maybe 20 to 30 lines of text. Actually, Cody, how many lines of text would you estimate are on page 57?
I would say about 50. Yeah.
50. Okay, so Courtney, if you could just name any page number between 1 and 50, what are you feeling?
27.
She says 27.
27. Excellent. So we've just narrowed it down to a page. Now we're on to one line, line 27.
Okay.
And Cody, on line 27, or just if you could estimate how many words would you say are on line 27?
I would say it's like about 12, 13.
12 or 13. Okay, great. So John, this is where you come in. There's we'll say 1 to 12. What word do you want us to focus on, John? Between 1 to 12, what number appeals to you?
3.
3. Okay, so we've got line 27, word 3. So Cody, if you could count down to line 27 and then count to the third word on that line. Don't say it out loud.
Okay.
But tell me when you've gotten to it.
I've got it.
That's fantastic. So we've just reached the end of our journey. This is very exciting. And like I said, the word doesn't really matter, but the things we just did to get there, the little journey we just took, that's what really matters. And the reason I wanted to do this isn't just so we could take a little trip together, but it's also because I was curious to know how well we know each other. Because they say you can figure out a lot about people based on the way they react to simple questions. And something that people have been concerned about now because of the pandemic is everyone's been so distanced, everyone's far apart. People are worried that their friendships and relationships are strained as a result of the distance. But I don't actually think that. I think if you have a real relationship or a friendship with someone, then it doesn't matter how far apart you are, how long it's been since you've seen each other. And we haven't seen each other for a little while, but I've been on the show a few times. I watch you guys every morning, and I really feel like I have a sense of who you guys are. I was so confident in this and our connection that we share that this morning I actually made a few notes right after I got out of bed. I have a pad of paper next to my bed, and I jotted down a few things. And I put them in this little box, which is currently being guarded by my little friend.
Okay.
And he really is my friend. I've been trapped in this house for a very long time.
we got to hurry. I don't mean to hurry you, but we're running out of time.
Yeah.
But I do.
Okay, so here's the idea. In the tube, in the box, I placed a tube.
Okay.
And in the tube, I have a prediction. And on the prediction, Cody, you'll see I wrote a few things. One, for example, is that I figured that you might actually choose page, can you see that? Page 57, which is kind of strange.
Insane.
I also had a feeling that Courtney would choose line 27.
Nope.
You know?
Nope.
And I even had a feeling that John would choose word number 3. So I feel very confident in our connection that we share. And I'm just curious, the word doesn't really matter, but what did we land on anyway?
Quite. The word was quite.
Quite.
Quite interesting. Now, like I said, the word isn't really what's important. The thing that matters is the personal aspect to this, which is why before I asked you how you were feeling. And do you remember what you said? You said you were feeling the Don Knotts
number 3.
Facial expression number 3, Cody. And what's so interesting about that is before this started this morning, I even had a feeling about how you might be feeling.
Unbelievable.
And so I'm so glad our connection is still as strong as ever.
That was amazing.
Crazy.
That was amazing.
Crazy.
Oh, thank you very much.
You got another one in you for the next hour?
Absolutely, yes.
Holy cow, I don't know how he did that. That was crazy. All right, stick around. We got more. Roman's got another one for us coming up. That was crazy. We did not set that up beforehand. I swear to you. I swear to you at home. That is nuts.
Seriously, how in the world did he have the page number?
How did he do that?